Okay, so I guess I'm recording. I have to stop the bike to push the record button. It's that hard, so if I leave the camera on, I can control it with voice controls, but you gotta leave the camera on, which drains battery. But I guess that's the new routine. Maybe I'll buy the handlebar mount record button, because the one on top of the camera is a pretty solid push. A lot harder than the other Insta360 1 RS, I think is what it's called. So I'm still just doing video with the new camera. And today I'm riding up Como for a bit. We got some other bicycle riders out here. That's cool. Probably kids maybe from the high school. I don't know. That's awesome though. And I got rocks. I don't know. Got rocks in my shoes. They flip up from the back tire, I guess, or the front tire. So the last Como ride was on the Chinese mountain bike, and that's when I had one battery. We got all the way to the top on one battery and back down and home. This battery, I think, propels me a little farther. We'll see how it goes. But heading up Mount Como, we might see some patches of snow. We might see some patches of mud. We might see me turning around. Yeah, and I forgot to mention, you know, this is Rant and Ride number 7, lucky number 7. So, it's my birthday yesterday. Got a nice birthday dinner. That was really awesome. Filet mignon. Filet mignon. And right in Dayton was a pretty nice place. I gotta be careful here because we got some tall rocks and low cranks. I'm gonna be talking, not pay attention, and clack, clack, clack. So we got some people out here, looks like in a truck. Maybe they're shooting or riding or just hanging out, who knows? But as I mentioned in other videos, that my work has kind of been threatening me with letting me go because I'm not a good enough salesman. But you know, threatening me all the time is just kind of giving me a poor attitude to work for him anymore. So I'm not sure. I mean, in reality, I'm ready to be done and either find something else or sell some stuff and ride. You know, and ride, Captain, ride. Nothing better than riding. That's what I should have been doing anyway if I wouldn't have messed up my real retirement. So but I'm a minimalist. For the most part. I mean, I have a lot of goodies. If I have the money, I will buy goodies. But if I don't, and I gotta just kind of get by with what I got, I can do that. Okay. So let's see if we can get to the rocks over here. Hello. You doing good? Okay. And then with that said, like I said, this pretty sure I don't want to go back to work. I worked 3.5 hours, almost 4 hours maybe this morning. Went on break and yeah, didn't go back. I did tell him I was calling out for the rest of the day, but might be the rest of the year. I just kind of had it. You know, they moved me to phone support for a few days a week and then in the field to do what I normally do, but boy, I tell you, to fix stuff for customers over the phone, you gotta have willing customers. And a lot of people are just like, I think you need to send somebody. And it's like, well, that's gonna cost you. Well, it shouldn't cost me because it's your stuff. It's like, no, it's your stuff. You bought it. Best Buy doesn't come out and, you know, change the batteries in your remote. You have some responsibility. It's your TV. But anyway, you know, you could fix a lot of stuff over the phone as long as you have willing customers. And it's really rewarding when you can fix customers' issues over the phone. But it really feels bad when you can't and the customer's just irate for having to try to fix their stuff over the phone. You know, and I get it. I've been there. I've been on both sides. And there's legitimacy to both sides. You tell me you've had issues for 5 years. I'm wondering what took you so long. You know, they use that as a reason why you gotta send a tech now. Free, no charge. Hasn't been working for 5 years, and I'm like, you've had 5 years to fix it. You know, if I would have waited 5 years to check out the issues on this here mountain bike, they'd be telling me I'm nuts. And I knew that. I waited a month and a half before I took it to the bike shop, and it was a simple fix. But that was on me. I was like, you know, I bought the bike to ride. I was afraid I was going to take it in. They're like, drop it off and then call me a month and a half later and tell me what the fix is going to be. And then have it longer. Or maybe, you know, you just never know. It's happened before. I had one shop have my motorcycle for over a year. So, anyway, that's my rant. I did a little ride this morning, and I decided by watching the video that I won't be using iLog mode that much, and I'll just be using standard video at 4K 60 frames per second. It has 8K at 30 frames per second, but doesn't do you any good to make 8K video. There's not that many people that can watch it. And I'm uploading video, which I get compliments on, but I'm uploading video at 60 frames per second, where most people are uploading at 30 frames per second. And even more are uploading at 24 frames per second. And it's not like there's a huge degradation in the video quality, but you know, YouTube states outright, if you're doing sports videos, it's like 60 frames per second. If you're walking or hiking, 30 frames per second. If you're just vlogging, if there's not much movement, you're just talking, explaining stuff, then below 30 frames per second. 24 frames per second or whatever. But I see a lot of action videos and they're videoed at 24 frames per second. And on an average, it's 30 frames per second. So I tell you, I could cut my video processing in half if I went to 30 frames per second. You know, because that's bringing it down quite a bit. Okay, so this is crank strike territory. Gotta do some overrun. How you doing? I guess they're doing all right. They're cool. They're in their 4x4. They're like, we're cool. We're not stupid. I'm like, get your exercise on, man.